see. Hey, snack chatters. Is that our new term for people? Oh.
Yes. I love it. Well, I'm Sarah. I
And
am one of the team
I'm
lead dietitian. Oh, sorry, Tina. I'm sorry. We're rusty. It's after the holidays.
It is. And in the morning. And in the morning. Oh, goodness. Okay. Who are you?
I'm Sarah. I'm one of the team lead dietitians, and I am our outreach coordinator at TLB. And
Yeah.
who are you?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I'm Tina. I'm the founder and owner, and we are here today to basically pick Sarah's brain about outreach, what she does, and what really is the outreach team. It's an amazing resource within TLB, so I'm happy to hear more about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think really this video is for everybody. It's for the team, the TLB team. It's for other providers in the community, and it's for clients, potential clients, anybody interested in working with a dietitian in the future. This video is really for everybody because the outreach team is working to provide support and connections for everybody ultimately. So hopefully anybody watching this will hopefully benefit in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, yes. I hope
So
the TLB team doesn't have to watch this and learn, but hey, maybe.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Ultimately, some of our outreach efforts are to benefit the TLB team. So I guess that's what I mean by that is like the outreach team is trying to provide for really everybody, the community, the team, clients, all of that.
That is true. And that brings us into like one of the early purposes of the outreach team, which was to have Sarah and the team provide resources to the team so that they can support clients better. So that may be educational webinars, it may be providers out in the community that are a great resource that we can share with the team and then share with clients. And it also, talks about like free groups or learning opportunities or things along those lines. So that's how it really started was, hey, we need someone kind of in charge of providing updates to the team and, getting all those resources. So you've done a great job at that so far.
Why, thank you. Yeah, there's so many resources in the community, so it's nice to really be able to kind of sort through that and share what can be really beneficial for us as a practice and then also for our clients.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so outside of helping the TLB team, what else does the outreach team do?
Yeah. Our goal, like I said, really is it's to support clients, it's to support providers in the community, and it's to support the broader community. And I can kind of go into each of those kind of different categories and what we're doing behind the scenes, what the outreach team is working on. So the outreach team currently at this point in time is comprised of myself as the coordinator, and then we've got Danny, Carissa, and Annie, which I'll talk just a little bit more about kind of all of our roles. And then maybe we can bring them in at some point and expand upon what they're doing and yeah, what they
Yeah.
love about that team.
Yeah.
So sweet. So, okay. So how do we support?
Yeah, supporting clients. What does that look like?
Absolutely. So supporting clients, our goal is to connect with other providers in the community so that we are increasing access to aligned care, weight neutral, food neutral care, trauma informed care. So really just helping to build out the interdisciplinary team for our clients. One of our really big kind of beliefs or our philosophy is having a full team if that is accessible to our clients. And so we are trying to find other providers that are aligned with our mission and philosophy, and then maybe take insurance or offer sliding scale or just offer other resources that we don't or aren't within our scope of practice so that clients can hopefully have a well-rounded team where we are able to kind of approach things from all different angles, really like holistically, and holistically meaning like whole big picture where it's like we've got medical providers, we have dietitians, we have maybe therapy, psychiatry, like whatever the client is kind of needing. really helping to fill those gaps with providers that feel really well aligned with the client's needs, the client's lived experience, and all of that.
Right, right. I think it is such a necessary thing for someone's healthcare is to be able to have providers that one work well together, that are talking and collaborating so that you as the client don't have to do all that emotional labor. That being said, we understand that, it isn't accessible fully for everyone. So this is hopefully bridging that gap of, hey, I get that it's really overwhelming to look and find a doctor that takes your insurance or that has values aligned with what you're needing. Here's a list of individuals that we have either worked with personally or talked to pretty consistently to make sure that they are a safe provider. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was actually cool. I had an experience this week with one of my clients just in my outreach work. I'm like, hey, I was like making these phone calls and I feel like this provider would be great for you. And this client literally teared up and was like, do you know how exhausting it is to make phone calls? I'm like,
Yes.
yeah. And like that, and
It is my job. Yes, I know.
yeah. And it just really put it into perspective where it's like, that is such a barrier sometimes is just being like, okay, I just Google searched and 9,000 providers popped up. Where do I even start? And so to be able to kind of do that as my job, but then, provide those resources to the dietitians and the practice so they're not having to put in all this labor and then be able to do that for clients. It really is bridging a gap, I think.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, so then we have the next point, which is supporting other providers.
Yes.
What does that
Yeah.
look like?
Our goal, of course, is to kind of spread the good word about weight neutral and food neutral care, and then also the role of a dietitian on the team. And so something that we provide, the outreach team provides to other providers, is free kind of webinar education opportunities. And so if it's a group practice or anything, we would love to come in and do a short little presentation about food and weight neutral care. So the approach that we take, why that's such a beneficial approach, and maybe encourage other providers to explore it a little bit if they're not already doing so. And then we expand upon the role of a dietitian. And so if providers aren't really sure, like, who would I refer to a dietitian or why would I refer a client to a dietitian, we can provide a little bit of education on that, how we can support clients, and then how we as a team connecting with therapists and medical providers, psychiatrists, all of that, how we can all work together on the client's team to provide the most like cohesive, clear care. Ultimately, that's the
Right.
goal.
Yeah. I love how we added that, which was, this free access to education, which is one, the kind of core of this YouTube channel, but also being able to go into these group practices or even solo practice where it's like, hey, we want to be able to teach y'all about this, and we don't want finances to be the barrier for education. And so, yes, it is a way to connect and build out a referral list in the sense of, hey, here we are, and oh, we see you, right? So there is still that exchange, but also the foundation is providing this access to care, education, this philosophy. And so this is a way that we do that. So coming in, talking about the value system, and hopefully planting some seeds for individuals and shifting this weight-centric healthcare into
Right.
more weight neutral and food neutral. So this is our advocacy work a little bit too. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And, I think we've had other providers come into TLB to
I
share
love
about
it.
and
Yeah,
it's been beneficial. It really opens our eyes to resources that are available. And so we want to be able to kind of give that back where it's like, hey, we're here and we want to support you, your clients, the community. Here's
right.
what we do. And yeah. And again, like it's been so nice to hear from other providers and be like, oh my gosh, like this client or, these clients would benefit so much from that service that maybe we just didn't know about before.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Well, then supporting the broader community. This is the part that I love. And this is pretty new within the year that we've started. And I know hopefully this video is timeless, but if you're watching it, we're in the beginning of 2026. So within the year, we have started this aspect to the outreach team. Will you tell us more
Yeah.
about it? Mhm.
Yeah, very exciting to be able to get out into the community. So far we've hosted one food drive, which again, like this is such a new aspect. But we were able to team up with Eating Recovery Center, or ERC in Austin, and put on a food drive, connect with the community, collect donations, and take those donations to all of the ATX free fridge locations. Tina, maybe you can speak a little bit more to the impact that had, since you saw firsthand, you participated firsthand in that and dropped off those donations.
Yeah, it was very emotional, I would say, for the whole team and the community members participating. We were able to collect 5 packed full cars worth of food. And then we went and dropped off the food to some of these locations, and there was individuals waiting for food. If you don't know what ATX Free Fridge is these are just community-led pantries. There is no requirements, and you could just basically show up and take whatever's there or give whatever you want. But yeah, it was, people were standing there waiting and sobbing as we're stocking the food. And the one that I went to was empty. And then basically I fully stocked this pantry, and the 2 individuals standing there were sobbing and so grateful to those donations, because that is what they rely on for their intake. And then, you know, some of the other dietitians equally as emotionally powerful, and we really just helped out the community. But it's such a small piece because, you know, as we stocked it, it also, you know, likely quickly went. So it is our mission to continue to host more of, you know, community drives like that, whether it's a food drive or a toiletry drive, just so people have access to tools for daily living, volunteer opportunities. We're just really trying to find ways that we can expand community engagement and really empower part of our foundation, which is that social justice work and, you know, increasing access for just basic needs to people. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so I think probably the best way to stay up to date on any events or volunteer opportunities that we're a part of is probably the website. We are on Instagram, so we'll try to keep that as up to date as possible, just at TLB Nutrition Therapy on Instagram, and then our website, www.tlbnutritiontherapy.com. But we keep that up to date. We'll have our kind of events posted in real time. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to putting on more events and coordinating with other organizations so that, yeah, we can get the community resources as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the mission for the group is, you know, it's like we're providing nutrition care, right? We're helping people heal their relationships with food, body, and movement, but also at the same time, we are participating in the foundation, which is that social justice and access to care. And so that looks very different. It looks like us providing low cost services. It looks like us participating in these community events with people in the community, whether or not they're seeking out our services. It is still ways to give back. And then also it's finding ways that we're involving more providers in this work, spreading the word, but also involving them in the community events. So I am really excited for how this is going to develop over the years. This is still a baby system at this point, but I think we have a great team. We do have Annie right now, who is kind of in charge of the equity and inclusion outreach. And so that is her one of her main roles is to, you know, coordinate and help assist in setting up some of these events and find ways that the practice can be more equitable and inclusive. So, yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Thanks. Good
Yay.
things.
Exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we have an entire channel on our YouTube that is dedicated to outreach. So that is something where you can really just find kind of the core stuff. But like Sarah said, I do update the website with any sort of outreach updates, or Instagram and Facebook is going to be more live time because we are getting better at social media.
Are.
Kind of.
We're-
I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
well, yeah.
We'll
No,
see.
we got this.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else you want to add or feel like we missed?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. In addition to YouTube, we also have handouts that we're creating and continue to create, again, just to help increase access to education. If somebody isn't maybe able to access nutrition therapy services, maybe the handouts or our YouTube channel could be a really good starting point. Again, it can also be for providers who are looking for additional resources, more resources that are aligned with that weight and food neutral philosophy, ways to have conversations about different, maybe like medical related topics or nutrition related topics that we've created handouts for. So yeah, between YouTube and our handouts, those are all free resources that are for anybody who needs them. And YouTube videos obviously will be found on YouTube, and our handouts are linked in the YouTube videos when they correspond, or they can all be found on our website.
The
So
website is probably the easiest because sometimes YouTube you can't quite click the link, but it is, we have a whole resources tab, and so you can click on for patients or for providers, and there is a big button there that it says TLB handouts. So that would probably be the best, but I try my best to link them in the show notes of YouTube as well. So yeah. Cool.
perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us, y'all, to learn more about the outreach. And yeah, we look forward to our continued development for this team. So,
Yes. Yep.
cool.
All good stuff.
All
Well,
right.
thank you.
See you later.
Yeah.